So how's it going, guys? This is Charmka and we are back to another episode of Sakura Space. Last time we met with Akane. She somehow got to our ship and we also saw our captain like basically getting warmed up. And now we are about to spread the information to our crew. So here's what I've determined. Our target, she's a company employee, a mercenary just like us. And it seems that she is aware of who we are and that we have taken up her bounty. And also she has described herself as a fan of ours. Kotori seems to be taking it seriously for a change. If she's on the ship, then it's going to be dangerous. Nami nods in agreement. We have to heighten our security measures in our quarters. There could be traps waiting for us in here. Those drones also. All of them were equipped with non-lethal weaponry. So does that mean she isn't out to kill us? It doesn't appear that way. If I were to take a guess, this is all just a big game to her. She says she was a fan of our work, and that we apparently have a cult following. If I were to take a guess at our motives, the crimes, her appearing out here and confidently declaring herself out in the open, it's all just a game to her. Just a game? Now that I think about it, none of her crimes resulted in any casualties. So this is all about feeding her own ego? She thinks she's proving how talented or resourceful she is? When Katori starts taking things seriously, she really is sharp. Well, she is a mercenary like us, so her reputation would be everything. And what better way would she be able to prove her own capabilities than by beating us, her own idols? Exactly. She says she was fan, so as I mentioned before. I guess this means this job is going to come down to about wits. If we fail, then she'll make sure to humiliate us in front of the entire company. Our reputation would be forever tarnished. I've heard about workers in the film industry who messed up once and was never able to find a job again. Life of a mercenary is no different from that in this part of the galaxy. If you cannot get if you cannot get the task job done, you forgot then you might as well look for a new job. So we understand her motives and we know that she is somewhere in the ship, but we can't simply confront her out in the open. Right, Akane is an alias, as we determined earlier. There's no concrete evidence linking her to her crimes. So if we confronted her out in the open and beat her senseless, it would seem like that we're just attacking a fellow employee for no particular reason, which means we need evidence first. That is precisely the problem. She says she drifted in aboard a company ship. If we can't find out more information about her, then we can determine who she is and find a way to beat her. As it stands, she probably knows where her quarters are, so she can afford to wait and let us come to her. You said this is about her ego, so perhaps we can bait her like that. If you got her to confess and recorded it, then you could go for reclaiming the bounty. On the other hand, if it became not public knowledge that the single highest bounty in the galaxy is on this ship, it would throw everything into chaos. Every single team here would be mobilizing to take her down, and in that chaos, she would easily slip away off to cause mayhem somewhere else. So we have to handle this with discretion above all else. If we pull this off, then we're set for life. No one is to breathe a word of this to anyone outside of these quarters, okay? Both of them nod in agreement. Good. That's an order from your captain. Kotori puts her hand on her chin. We have to remember that she's confident enough to reveal herself to us, so she would obviously have traps in wait. It is going to be difficult to approach. It would be best to have time to think about our next move. Exactly. For now, I'm going to declare our meeting adjourned. I want everyone to be ready for battle at a moment's notice. I will be setting the security systems to red alert. If even a rat fan is waiting to our quarters, we will know about it. Acknowledged. Security level on red alert. Good. Make sure to check your runs before you go to bed. We do not want her to strike when we're most vulnerable. While we should be relatively safe in our quarters, it's better to be safe than sorry. The captain declares this meeting to be adjourned. As the two of them leave the room, the AI begins to speak. I will keep an eye out for any reports of or unusual problems arising on board. My guess is that she will not be able to remain out of trouble, or she will be applying incredible restraint on her compositions. I agree. It's been rather difficult to relax since what happened. I'm here at the boat with Nami. Oh, she hasn't left my side since Akane has singled me out. For the longest time, we just sit here together, not saying a word, not saying a single word. Ooh, oh my gosh. Captain, I want to ask you a question. Ask away. Why is it that you chose to walk away from us when you thought you were being followed? At the time, I thought it might, well, let me repeat this. At the time, I thought it might have just been those mercenaries from earlier. People around here do take such things personally, you know? Even if it was just them, there is no point in needlessly risking yourself like that. Well, if you had to remain, if you had remained in a group, then they might not have repeated themselves and simply waited for a better opportunity to strike. So I thought the best course of action was to lure them out myself. Akane did reveal herself too. Next time, please try to let your crew know if you're planning something like that. She isn't out to kill you, but still, why she decided to stun you, then capture you? That would really put things into disarray for us. I'm sorry, Nami, but I really did feel that it was the best course of action. Well, we have to accept the captain's orders, and you did try to protect us. Exactly. I sit down at the water's edge, just letting the warm water soak my feet. Nami relaxes in much the same way. Kotori did pick an excellent place to put this pool. You can get a perfect view of the cosmos from here. Why is it that space is so fascinating to us? Even in the olden days, mankind looked up at the stars in wonder. That same look of wonder is in Nami's eyes as the twinkling stars shine in front of us. You're still searching for it, aren't you? Yes, an answer. Have you worked out the question yet? No, I've not. Here I am, still chasing a fake feeling of longing after this so many years. There's something out there among the stars that I'm looking for. I do not know what that is. There's some desire in me, something I cannot comprehend. I ask myself every day, what is it that I'm chasing? What does all of this mean? That's why you became a pilot, isn't it? You wanted to see what was out there. Exactly. Among the three of us, we all come from radically different walks of life. Nami was a former pilot, one of Earth's best and brightest. I come from a mundane background. No one back on Earth could have imagined that things would turn out like this for me, and not for Nami either. Although my time spent in that career was unforgettable, it did not give me the freedom that I was craving. You could only be in a few places at once. I wanted more. I wanted to spread my wings and fly across the cosmos. I wanted to know if I could find what I was looking out for out here. She lets out a small laugh. I guess in the end, what I'm chasing is some enlightenment. Do you think that there could be a profound experience out there? One which would change how you saw everything in life? It's a wide universe, Nami. That experience is out there somewhere, I'm certain of it. But it's a little hard to look if you don't know where it is. Perhaps you don't find it all at once. Perhaps it is something you slowly accumulate over time. Perhaps this enlightening experience is merely the sum of everything that you have done. Perhaps it is. Normally, Nami isn't so open about her thoughts. Are you afraid, Nami? Eh? Of what? You are worried about me. Well, of course I am. If something happened to our captain, I doubt this company would remain together. So it'd be wise to ensure that nothing happens to you. Akane obviously does not desire to harm you in any real sense. But even so, even if it had been someone who was actually out to harm you, then what would become of all of us here? Even if I was not here, I think both of you would do fine. You're some of the finest mercenaries in the business. but I understand where you're coming from. Although she is exceptionally intelligent, Nami does need guidance from time to time. People with these eccentric personalities tend to be difficult to work with if you do not understand them. If Akane tries to strike again, I promise that I will not isolate myself on purpose. All of us need to be united if we're going to beat her, I think. Did she actually try to fight you? Or were those drones the only weapons she used? Just drones. But judging from the way she moved, she's definitely going to be a dangerous opponent. She slipped into the shadows as easy as a ghost might slip through a wall. Whoever she is, she knows how to use her environment fully to her advantage. Ew. Everything about her is strange, to say the least. If you were going to pick out one detail about a bounty which stands out above all else, what do you think it would be? Her ego or her whip? Not safe. I think, not really sure. I mean, like, I've been staring for a while with these girls, so it's kind of. I guess it would be her ego. I guess I would say that her most defining trait is her ego. What makes you say that, Captain? Well, not only did she come all this way just to mess with us, she was also confident enough to reveal herself to me. If she had not done that, then she would have been able to take us down at her own pace. But it's as if she's deliberately giving us the heads up. Above all else, it is her ego that defines her. She would deliberately leave behind clues, slip up, and taunt us. Because she believes in her superiority over us, even if she's supposedly our fan. Yes, it does make sense. Why would you bother traveling all of this way if you didn't think you could emerge the victor? In addition, she's not only challenging just you, but all three of us. Our reputation precedes us wherever we go, so if she thinks she can somehow beat all of us together, then no matter how skilled she is, she must have an incredible ego. That is my thoughts exactly. With that in mind, we can discern how she may behave in the future. Good thinking, Captain. No matter what way this plays out, we have to remain careful. Even if she looks like she does not wish to hurt us, we cannot trust anything that she says. You'd be right about that. So next time something like that happens, please don't do anything reckless. I am your only crew. I am your only. I am your. I am only your crew member, so you can have the final say in what you do. I had so much problems with that single line of words. But please, Nami pulls her feet out of the water and wanders over to a nearby chair. She lays herself out, looking at the stars. I I do not know what I would do if we lost you, Captain. So I want to resolve this bounty as soon as possible. I understand how you feel, Nami. I don't think I could stand the feeling of losing either of you. We 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 have all been together for a long time. The idea of us carrying on if one of us was missing, well, it just not seemed plausible. Well, I think they stated it like from a few episodes ago. I think that I guess like they met a long time ago, and they probably were childhood friends at least, or they met really really young, and they've been together since then. I get out of the water too, walking over to Nami. She suddenly seems to get really awkward. Captain, you're standing very close to me. I can't stop myself looking. I Oh, are you feeling lonely, Nami? Yes. She just lays there awkwardly, unsure of how to express her feelings. There's no need to be shy then. I know how you feel. I I know you do. Then why don't we let our passion talk? Um, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to deal with this. As I walk over, she spreads out before me. I slowly settle on top of her, gazing longingly into her eyes. I can feel her. I can feel Heather heat. What? Heather heat I can feel her heat radiating from her body as her breath becomes heavy. Her breathing becomes heavy. Her luxurious thighs feel like the finest velvet as I sleep over them. Shika, what happened to professionalism? We aren't working right now, so we can worry about professionalism another time. I'm glad. Her soft lips slowly press against mine. I can feel her heart beating faster as she lies by my side. We share a long, passionate kiss. Her gentle hands move around my body slowly, her fingertips pressing into my soft skin. They slowly trail down my back. The heat, her breath, the feeling of her skin against mine, all of it sends shudders and shivers through me. Nami is a rare jewel, someone of incredible strength, beauty, and intelligence. Someone like her is one in a billion. I am so lucky to have met her. Her hand slowly slides down my back and until it settles on my behind. It begins to squeeze. I can tell she's relishing how it spills in between her fingers. Her other hand glides up my back, her arms slowly wrap around my waist, pulling me closer to her. It's exhilarating to feel every bump, every caress, every rub as we lie entangled together. Her bright eyes do not leave mine for a moment. It's as if I can see into her soul. It's bright, it's burning, it's filled with passion. Our lips separate for the smallest moment, just long enough for her to draw a long, deep breath. She gently whispers into my ear, "Please, Captain, don't ever leave me. Don't ever leave us. We need you. Don't ever forget that we need you." How could I possibly forget you, Nami? I'll be here for as long as you need me. She relaxed her lips with me, letting her passion say everything that needs to be said. I won't leave any of you behind. No matter what happens, I will always be here for both of you. That's my promise to this company and to you. Nami, my precious jewel. For the longest time, we simply lie there as the stars around us continue their cosmic dance in the void. So, I think I'm going to leave it there. After that, I'm not really sure how to deal with that because I would say that's the first time in my channel that's ever happened to that, I would say. But not to me specifically. But if I were to be posting this, it will be the first time, so I hope I don't get like banned or something just because of that. So I hope you guys liked the video. Leave a comment, leave a like also. And be sure to subscribe for more videos like this. And I hope to see you guys in the future. So, bye bye!